welcome to today's edition of the Big Polly video channel video blog. I am Paul Blom here in Pinellas Park, Florida, and today is as I record this anyhow, it is the 6th day of May, 2011. I'm recording this a little, almost right at 7 o'clock, 7:06 as I look at my watch, and we're having a few clouds out here today in beautiful Pinellas Park. No, I'm not going to talk about Osama bin Laden today, as I have been talking about that to death the last three vlogs that I have done. What interests me today was the Florida Legislature has passed a rule in their schools so that young men are no longer wearing their pants on the ground, as the American Idol song of a year or two ago indicated. That a lot of young men do today is they do not pull up their pants, but they actually kind of wear them so about maybe a quarter to a third of their pants are actually on the ground. Why do we need, and by the way, before I go into why do we need, I think it's a good idea. I think, I think it's a distraction for kids to wear their pants on the ground. But why do we need the state of Florida to legislate this law, this rule? Why can't the school boards in the state of Florida, the various school boards like Pinellas County, in my area, Tampa Bay area, Hillsborough County, Manatee, Sarasota, Pasco, Hernando, Sumter, Citrus, and so forth, why can't they do it? Why can't they pass their own rules to legislate against kids wearing their pants on the ground? And it made me think that we have three great wars in our society today in the year 2011. We have the war against drugs, which I don't think we're winning. We have the war against terror, which, if you believe what you see in television and in the media, we are winning because we just killed Osama bin Laden. See, I got to that. Sorry. And the one war we don't talk about is the war against stupidity. Why do we have to legislate things that are common sense? If people want to act stupid, so be it. I just don't think we should spend a lot of time legislating things that are common sense and things that if you do them, you're stupid. Case in point, when I was a teenager, I wasn't wearing my pants on the ground, by the way. They were passing a rule that if you drive a car, you must wear a seatbelt. If you get pulled over, and it started out where if you got pulled over for, say, speeding or for turning right on a red light in intersections where you're not supposed to do it, and they noticed that you're not wearing your seatbelt, you would get an extra fine or what have you. And then eventually, several years down the road, they started pulling people over for just not wearing their seatbelt. And of course, we're about 3 weeks shy of Memorial Day weekend, where they have these big campaigns against drunk driving, which I think is fine. You shouldn't be driving drunk. You shouldn't be driving without a seatbelt. But my point is that if you wear a seatbelt, if you're not wearing a seatbelt, who are you harming but yourself? That's what I was trying to say. Unless your body, if you crash into something and your body launches out of the seat of your car, through the glass, and I guess if you strike somebody else and kill them, you're only harming yourself in about 80 to 90% of the instances if you are not wearing a seatbelt. But slowly but surely, the control grid made sure that you're wearing a seatbelt. Now, like I said, I have no problem with kids pulling their pants up. I think it's a good thing to do. I don't understand what's so fashionable about your underwear popping out, a good inch and a half out of your pants. But again, we legislate against stupidity. And I just think that if you're legislating against stupidity, you got nothing better to do. locally here in the Tampa Bay area, a whole bunch of teachers are losing their jobs. In Pinellas County, we have 1,100 teachers losing their jobs. In Pasco, it's 1,200. And there will be several teachers in the Tampa Bay area getting pink slips because the state cannot afford to pay them all. And in Florida, we do not have unions to the extent that you see in the Northeast and the Midwest. So, you know, a lot of the bargaining power that the teachers might have does not exist. So, but then again, the state legislature has nothing better to do than legislate stupidity. So, if you really wanted to make cuts, why don't we cut the salaries of the politicians who get kickbacks to pass these ridiculous rules instead of passing rules that would really make a difference for all of us? That's just my take. Fractured as it is at 7 o'clock in the morning on the 6th day of May 2011. This has been the Big Pauly Video Channel, and I'll catch you again real soon. Bye-bye for now.